So the Niners, they've restructured Dee Ford's contract. They signed Samson Ebukam. They signed Juszczyk, Verrett, Mosley. What do you think's going to happen with Trent Williams now?
I still think he's coming back.
Why?
I think he's coming back. The way they went after him, the way Kyle Shanahan and Mike Shanahan have talked about him in the past, they talk about him like no other player. Like, I guarantee you, if you ask Kyle Shanahan the list of the five best players he's coached, I'm sure Julio Jones is on that list. I'm sure Andre Johnson's on that list. I'm sure Trent Williams is absolutely on that list. Like, he thinks as highly and high of him as anyone. I mean, Chris Sims dropped a nugget on his podcast saying that Trent Williams reportedly wanted the 49ers, and he basically forced the the Washington football team to make sure that he's a 49er. I think what it is that it's really been I think Trent Williams testing free agency is something that's been right there in front of us, and we just haven't believed it. He's kind of talked about it and kind of waxed poetically in pressers about how he's never been a free agent. He would like to see what that's like. He would like to see what his value is on the open market, and I think that's what he's doing right now. He's enjoying his time. He's flirting, looking around and seeing everything. I think ultimately it's going to take just a mammoth offer to get him away from the 49ers. I still think that the 49ers will be able to bring him back. I still think that is going to be massive. I think it's going to be north of 20 million. I think it's going to be 22 to 25 million. That's what I think. And I think that the one thing with the cap hit is that I think if you look at how contracts have been done this offseason, I mean, the Dak Prescott contract's an example, only a $10.2 million cap hit this year, even though there's a lot of guaranteed money tied with that. I mean, the Kyle Juszczyk contract was a low cap hit this year for the 49ers. I think the Trent Williams contract is going to be structured similarly, where he's going to get a massive amount of money, but I think it'll be a lower cap hit for 2021.
I don't think he's coming back, Vish. I could be wrong here. I think he's gone. I think these moves indicate that the 49ers have moved another direction. To me, it felt like everything was on hold until they felt that they were going to get an indication one way or another from Trent Williams. I think they got that indication. I think they felt that if he hit the free agent market, the odds of them bringing him back would be low. And they wanted to get it done beforehand. They heard what he said. They still tried. They pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. They couldn't get him to agree. And now they've made like 4 or 5 signings. I could be wrong here, but I think he's going to go to a team that he views as a contender, and he'll take comparable money and leave. And he'll have no emotional attachment to this team, go to I don't know where. But I think the issue is the fact that this team isn't as good as he thought it was a year ago.
I think maybe, but I'm trying to look at what that possible destination is. At this point, I think it's only Indianapolis. And when has Chris Ballard been a guy to really make that sort of a splashy pay in free agency? It's a non-trade, non-draft pick. And I think the thing with Indianapolis is, yeah, they have a cap room, but I think the reason Chris Ballard has been kind of playing it safe is because they got a lot of guys. He's drafted well, so they got a lot of guys that need to be paid. And there's Darius Leonard's going to be someone correct me if I'm wrong. They haven't re-signed Darius Leonard, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
Let's look that up right now. But yeah. I'm pretty sure they haven't. And Darius Leonard is going to be paid. Like, if you think the Fred Warner extension is going to be big, then Darius Leonard's contract is going to be that big as well.
I think he's going to Indianapolis. That's my prediction. I think Trent Williams is going to go to Indianapolis, be their left tackle. I know maybe Ballard doesn't have the track record to do something like that, but he did trade for DeForest Buckner and then immediately extend his contract, give him $20+ million a year. I think he's going to do something similar. I mean, obviously he doesn't have to trade for Trent Williams, but I don't mean to disagree with you. I'm just predicting, and I'm usually wrong with my predictions. I just want to put myself out there. Yeah.
So I'm going to just disagree, and I'm going to say he's returning to the 49ers. But we're both guessing here. We'll see.
Yes. Tyler says draft Slater at left tackle, draft Mon in the second, draft cornerback in the third. Only thing left in free agent is center David Andrews. Bring back Sanders. Yeah, I'd like that. I got no problems with that. I don't know if they'll do it, but it seems like a good plan, Tyler.
I don't see any possibility of getting Rashawn Slater at 12.
Yeah, he's really good. Only thing is if a bunch of quarterbacks go high and he gets pushed down some way. But if he were to fall at 12, he'd be an amazing value.
I think even if the quarterbacks go high, like we're talking positional value chart, there's no edge rusher worthy of going in the top 10 in this draft. So if you're not taking a quarterback, you're probably looking to take a tackle, right?
I don't know. A lot of people like Jamar Chase more than you do, Vish.